taking on a participant from the playoffs last year, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Boilermakers will kick it away to start us off. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Makes a move. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Huskies.
And you cannot start this game any better than to take the opening kickoff all the way to the house. How about the speed by the return man? Once he got in the open field, that dude was gone. This place is going crazy.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. How about kick off and house that baby? What a job there. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So Purdue's offense will take the first swing of the game. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. Well, Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
This is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew who they were going to be facing. And two guys we know are going to play at the next level. But I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups we're going to see all season long.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Handoff from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on 3rd down. Fires deep on the run. Pulls it in on the right. And they'll bring him down after the long completion. An explosive pass play for this offense. Wide receiver comes in motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Powers through the defender. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Boilermakers headed quickly to the line. They'll try the run. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The hand to the running back.
And after a successful run like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on 2nd, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on 3rd.
The Boilermakers can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll move the tight end. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Boilermakers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Motion from the back. Looking downfield, it's Toppins. He's going for it all. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Boilermakers! Extra point here will tie the game.
That is how you get your playmaking wide receiver in the game early. First series, they scripted this. They want to get him the football. They get him the football, and he does the rest. Gets the big touchdown in the opening drive of the game.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Huskies offense will take the field for the first time. They're led by a sensational signal caller, and Jesse, one thing every elite quarterback knows is where to find the weak spot in the secondary, and there might be a few of them there.
Yeah, there's no mystery where this quarterback is going to be throwing the football and who he's going to be trying to pick on. They knew coming into this game this was going to be the matchup they want to take advantage of. Now, David, the defense and their coordinator are going to have to find creative ways to help out this cornerback and use safety coverage over the top, some zone.
Oh, he's got some space. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
That's a really good-looking run, too. And when you think back to Washington football, we talk a lot about the quarterbacks they've had, these great aerial assaults, but they've always needed to have balance as well. You get that by running the football, and this guy really helps keep defenses honest because they don't know what's coming at them. With a weapon like him in the backfield, he really makes this offense go.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So,
going for it all. Catch inside the 25. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. Washington coming to the line with another first down. They're going back to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And what you talk about on defense is speed, is penetration, getting in the backfield, making something happen. And you could tell they got in there so quick. The offense couldn't recover, couldn't do anything with them. Nice job getting the tackle for Lewis.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Husky. Lining up to add another.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here he comes with the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. With jet sweep pass. Boom. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Boilermakers come to the line in the hurry-up. Back to pass, it's Toppin. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast.
He'll off one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Boilermakers will punt it away on fourth down. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And every year there's exciting new freshmen to look at and talk about and pub up, and this guy got a lot of that pub, and you see why. The dynamic play on special teams, you can see the speed, you can see the wheels, and you know the reason the fans were jacked up when they signed this guy this year.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. He'll return it. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Quickly trailing by 2 touchdowns, down 21-7. Breaks into the open. Gets it past the marker. At That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
The give to the tailback. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. The Boilermakers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. DB's right up on the receivers. Here's a heat. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
They boot it away. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Almost everything has gone their way so far, a 21-7, and they have it back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. So you get stuffed on first down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on second, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay, well, if they've been aggressive, I'm going to throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I'm going to sneak a draw in here.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Now on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Wide open downfield. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a first at the 29. The Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Bring in the heat. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
Dumps it off to the flat. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out. You can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. Kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. He'll try to pop the draw. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success. Punch it out of the air. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Send the tight end in motion. Leaves it with the back. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. And the Boilermakers send out the punt unit. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds.
Receiving team.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're going to test the right side with this one. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. And the Huskies in a good spot here with second and short. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Huskies love these backs that can churn up yardage like a Corey Dillon and Napoleon Kaufman used to do.
Just guys that you can depend on, guys you can hand it to and know you're going to get really, really good production. Then what does that do? It opens up the whole offense. It gets everybody jacked up in the Pacific Northwest.
The Huskies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, his offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
The play-action fake. Fires to the right. Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be third down. Now, they missed a field goal on the last drive, but you need to get points here, so they need to pick up some yardage to at least get in range for their kicker. Rides the back on the option, the give. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
Really nice job on third down by this offense. This offense has struggled on third downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it third and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Got his man in the middle. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. And the Huskies started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Got it in the middle, it's Warren. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal. The Huskies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Tight end now in motion. A first down run on the doorstep. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Washington! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you...
Turning it on! That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. The Boilermakers want to pick up the tempo. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Under fire. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The Boilermakers will send out the punt unit. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. From the gun, running back gets to give. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And you want to run the football. I mean, that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He makes the grab. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
And the Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on 2nd down, and you see guys bleeding into the second level of the defense, getting a hat-on-hat to go get that first.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. Washington will snap it in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Looking to the big tight end. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Back to pass. Buys a little time. Firing to the right, complete. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Snagged out of the air. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. He's looking to pass. Touchdown, Washington. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Seattle for an interesting first half than you? And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering two things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? And with that, let's head back to the gorgeous Pacific Northwest and the fellas at Usda.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though.
He lets it fly. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping to run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
And makes the tackle at the 23 after he got 10.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
And, yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Looking to throw, it's Toppin. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Punt is on its way. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. From the gun, the running back has it. Carrying the ball with an edge and hammering his way to the 40.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it...
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Zings it complete to the right. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with the results of the play. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. The official says no good. And they missed a field goal, so something has gone wrong today.
And that's his second miss of the day. And listen, it's a real thing, man. The wet, the ball gets heavier, like the operation doesn't go as smooth with the conditions, and I'd be shocked if we saw him again today.
Back to throw, it's Toppins. Got a man, it's Terrell. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They're going to run it. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Let's go! Let's go!
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. The Boilermakers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Trying play action. Under fire. The throw. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
Another incompletion on third down. And the Boilermakers decide to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating.
He's loose on the right. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Huskies.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Dropping back, it's Toppins. Makes one man miss. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Behind the chains now on second and long. Wants to go up top. Gets it out quickly. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Going to look downfield again. Throws to the tight end. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Boilermakers will bring the punt team onto the field. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He'll field the punt. Slips through the line. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And that is one of the biggest plays of that young man's football life. A true freshman taking the punt to the house. If I'm the head coach and I watch that, I'm now trying to find ways to get this guy on the field offensively because he's got some special ability.
He'll bring it back looking for help. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
To throw, it's Toppins. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. The longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Boilermakers will line up to punt it away. He's going to run it all the way back, but this is going to wind up just being a conditioning drill. Flag down on the field, and this one almost certainly is going to come back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The run from the shotgun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll go to the ground. Oh, he's got a chance. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Gives it on the option. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Washington sends out the punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking downfield, it's Toppins. He's got the back in the middle. Breaks into the open. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. They'll run it from the gun. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. The Boilermakers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. We've reached the break. Bow down to your leaders, Washington. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Makes the grab. Tackled at the 45 after a 5-yard pickup.
And listen, you get zone coverage and you can hit that curl route and he comes open continually. Keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Stands in and takes the hit. Oh, they really could have used that patch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Boilermakers will punt this one away. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They'll ride the running back and leave it with it.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. Washington coming to the line with another 1st down.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
He makes a little bit of headway and is pushed out of bounds at the 43. The Huskies come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. He leaves it with his back. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Right back to the well. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock. And they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Now, 4th down.
Washington trying to convert this 4th down. Trying to keep this drive alive. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Probably the only people upset about going for it on 4th down, the punters, who don't seem to see the field as much as they used to.
Not when you've got a running back like that. He just has like a sixth sense. He always seems like he can just find the crease, especially in these short yardage situations. He comes up with a huge play there on 4th down.
On 1st and goal, let's see what Washington does.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the fourth quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game, being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
Touchdown, Huskies! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory.
This has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. He'll do it himself. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. From the gun, the ground game. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Boilermakers will try to pin them back with the punt. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. They've got it inside the 30 at the 28. First down. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Give to the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
They've got this game in hand, but maybe there's some bad blood. They want to rub it in a bit. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. And they didn't need the extra points, but maybe